Hi Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising. This is your November forecast, your November astrology and taroscope. Happy birthday to the November Scorpios. Please put your birthday below in the comment section because we did this last year and it was so much fun. Everyone was wishing each other happy birthday and spreading the good vibes, especially if any of you are on the 14th, like myself. So, Scorpio, it's birthday month. And we've already had a taster of it. Venus has been in Scorpio. Mercury, as I film this, has just gone retrograde in Scorpio. It's Halloween. And I thought it was the most appropriate evening to film the Scorpio November scope. So, Venus leaves Scorpio tomorrow. But not to worry. It goes into Sagittarius, which is exploring for Scorpio's great aspects for money, for abundance, for financial prosperity. 9 of Pentacles, abundance, prosperity, self-worth. Venus in Scorpio is the perfect placement for Scorpios that are having trouble with who they truly are. You know, seeing your own value, seeing the value in your relationship, seeing the value in yourself. There was a tricky aspect with the Scorpio new moon, and the effects of that last for 2 weeks. Scorpio full moon being on the 27th of October, which was aspecting Uranus. 6 of Pentacles. The relationship of give and take in relationships is actually starting to get quite good. Libra season Scorpio will have opened many people up to the realization that every relationship, there must be equal give and take. That's exactly what the 6 of Pentacles is. It's when someone can look after you when you need them to, and you look after them when they need you. And for a lot of Scorpios, Venus being in your sign has attracted people that are really quite like that want to give, want to love you, want to accept you. But the problem is, Scorpio, if you don't accept yourself and you don't love who you are, you make it tricky for everyone else to meet you there. And if you do not love yourself and you do not accept yourself, you overcompensate or you give nothing away. The 6 of Pentacles is here to let you know, Scorpio, that with Venus in Sagittarius, you're gonna have to really, really accept yourself and accept that balance is the most important part. Temperance. So this is a lot to do with harmony. It's a lot to do with peace. For many Scorpios, I will say this can be coming together with someone after disharmony. It can be reconciling with somebody, of course, after conflict or after space. The 6 of Pentacles and Temperance is all about finding that common ground between people that have very different circumstances or very different perspectives. So for a lot of us, Temperance is here to heal that part of you that overcompensated or, as Scorpio goes to extremes, gave absolutely nothing away. You will know which part you fall into, Scorpio. And if you don't know, you will find out in November. Now, Mars also goes into Scorpio on the 19th, which gives a real kickstart to whatever it is that you want to do. Even with Mercury in retrograde, Scorpio, do not fear it. It will be mildly irritating, I think, at some points. It certainly was for me on the first day of it. Computer wasn't working. I tried to open a bottle of wine. I didn't have a corkscrew, and I tried to take the cork out first. Then the cork, I pushed it in, and it went everywhere. It went all over me. It went all over the kitchen. So mildly irritating, but got to the wine in the end. Use that as a metaphor, if you will. But with Mars being in Scorpio, you're going to be so powerful. You're going to be so enigmatic. You're going to be so overt. Your energy is going to be more intense than usual, and that's saying something. But Venus being in Scorpio has really made you very, very alluring in many ways in the feminine. It's made you more attractive to love. It's made you more loving even. But Mars being there is the next big push. It's the masculine energy. It's the drive to push forward. It's the drive to give. And whenever Mars is in Scorpio, I always say you will want to push yourself exceptionally hard, but Temperance here is saying, Scorpio, that you must be very aware of your own limits. And you do have some, and they're temporary limits. It's not that you can't do anything, it's just that you can't do it all at once. So So make sure that you do rest. Make sure that you do enjoy yourself. And as usual in Scorpio season, you're very secretive. But it's important that even with Mercury being retrograde in your sign, that you figure out what it is that you want someone to know when they ask you, because someone's going to ask you. Six of Wands. It's quite a lot of success, quite a lot of celebrations, quite a lot of confidence, and a lot of momentum. And from that, you find that you look back on your journey, Scorpio, and you see just how much you've healed and how you're no longer interested in building castles in the sky. You're going to be formidably honest with people when they do ask. Ace of Swords and the Seven of Cups. You're living out your fantasies. You're living out your fantasies and you're really enjoying it. It's kind of as though Four of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles, it's kind of as though even those of you that are trying to resist the growth are going to be growing anyway. And some of you are going to try and resist it. And some of you are going to see things taking off quite quickly. And you're going to see the signs of what it is that you want coming to fruition. And you're either going to get very scared of it. Yes, you're so... I see why. Eight of Wands and the Lovers. Love comes in thick and it comes in fast. And the world says, for some Scorpios, this is it. The Lovers, Eight of Wands in the world. Some Scorpios. When I see the Lovers and the Eight of Wands, I think for many of you, this could be long distance. Eight of Wands in the world is very, very global. But for most Scorpios, I think this is just how quick something can develop and become everything. Something or someone that you love, Scorpio, becomes everything. It comes full circle. The world isn't a card to fear. The world is just letting you know that you have it all. And for a lot of you, it seems to be... It's got ringing in my ear. That was so strange. It's still ringing. We'll continue. Eight of Wands and the Lovers. That's big. And the funny thing is, Scorpio, this really, really takes off towards the end of the month when Mercury goes direct. But what I want to explain to you about Mercury being retrograde is that it's incredibly beautiful. And it's incredibly beautiful because it's going to make you reassess your own level of patience and your own relationship with divine timing. For many Scorpios, the point that you get to this month with what it is that you truly want, you're going to be able to look back and reflect on all the things that you had to do to get to this point. And that's where you see your growth. You know, when I see the Six of Pentacles and Temperance, your growth has occurred through healing and you've learned so much from simply giving. You've learned to share your feelings more readily. You've learned to put the guard down just a little bit. You've learned to express to people that you care and make it very clear to the people that you do love in your life, be it family, be it friends. The more love that you're giving out, Scorpio, the more you're going to get back. And you would be so surprised with all this momentum over the years that you have in your heart of wanting so badly something to occur or something to be right. It makes it so much more rewarding and durable when you've built it yourself, rather than just had it handed to you. Because nothing's been handed to you, it just so happens that now is the time to harvest it. So when the world comes along and it's birthday month and you start seeing the things that you've wanted pop up in your life, the things that you've cosmically ordered, and you feel just how good it is to know that you went through a storm before you got to shore and you survived it. When you see what it is that comes for you and just how good it actually is. As I always say, Scorpios are naturally suspicious, but you're more suspicious when something goes right. Yet, in your season, you will know if something is wrong. And that's why your cards are completely unscathed, because you can see it and you can preempt it and you can outstep it. The only thing that could go wrong here, Scorpio, is if you decide to go against your own lessons, if you go against your own wisdom, if you decide that you're not going to reflect on what it is that you've learned, if you think that maybe you shouldn't be opening up to people, you shouldn't be speaking your truth, and you shouldn't be showing people you care, you're going to end up very, very, very top heavy. You're going to be in your head, and you're not going to be grounded. And there's so much potential for abundance in many, many, many areas, particularly finance, but also in love. But what I always see with Venus being in the second house is that if you want love, you have to love yourself first. And if you haven't learned that through Venus being in your own sign, you haven't seen the pull that you have on people, you haven't seen what you can give to people, you haven't seen your own magic, then you're going to find yourself in trouble. But you can revisit this. Maybe you're just more of a Mars person. When Mars goes into your sign and it's all full steam ahead and you have the drive for passion, you have the energy for love, and you have the fearlessness that comes with Mars being in your sign, you find that dating can go to commitment, or commitment can go to marriage, or marriage can go to children. So many things just take off with what you love, even if it's career, because Venus being there is so auspicious. And then Venus moves into Capricorn at the end of the month, and any crosswords, any confusion, any problems that come up with Mercury being retrograde in Scorpio is so beautifully harmonized by Venus moving into your sector of communication and joining forces with Saturn and Pluto, your ruler. So it's a pretty beautiful spread, I have to say, Scorpio. The first 2 weeks of November have such potential for financial abundance for you that it would be a shame for you not to work very hard on what it is that you're doing. Because with Temperance, a lot of Scorpios find healing within their workplace, within their passions. And the more that you're putting into it, you get the success right back. The success that you've waited for a while, I can tell. And with the Four of Pentacles here, Scorpio, please don't keep your heart closed, because you're not the person that you were 7 years ago. Heck, some Scorpios in November aren't going to be the person that they were 7 minutes ago. It's a lot of growth. Just make sure that when you do speak to people and you do speak your truth, you kind of keep the stinger in. Unless it's deserved, I know. Possibly with another water sign it might be kind of deserved, but I don't know. The energy is all about you, Scorpio. Not a single court card. But we will get into the people in your extended. We have every sign on the table, funnily enough, but Gemini and Sagittarius are of particular importance, it would appear. But we'll go into each individual sign in the extended. I'm going to be doing an animal spirit card for your month of November. We got two. The dolphin and the zebra. Oh yeah. Oh, you're feeling yourself. The zebra is all about your quirky nature, your eccentric side, dressing the best. Venus being on your sign has possibly made you invest in quite a lot of new clothes, new style. And with the dolphin, Scorpio, you're going to be having quite a lot of fun. Zebra is about embracing your uniqueness and the unique people around you. And the dolphin is all about living in Technicolor. Scorpios often live in black and white, as you can see with the zebra here. But when you awaken your third eye and you tap into everything that you want, along comes the color. There's a lot to be said about the dolphin. There's a link to Scorpio with dolphins, but I'll see if you can figure that out for yourself. I think, Scorpio, you're very much stepping into your own uniqueness, and no Mercury retrograde can take you down. In fact, Mercury retrograde can only give you this kind of inner peace when it's in your sign, that you just know you don't have to do anything for it to show up. All you have to do is feel the love that you wish to receive, feel the abundance that you wish to live in, and just enjoy your birthday season. Because this hand, I don't know that this has ever come up for Scorpios before in any of my tarot. But certainly, Mercury may be in retrograde, you can still travel, you can still enjoy yourself, you can still go out, you can still fall in love. Always with the Mercury retrograde vibe, it's kind of the weirdest time to go out during Mercury retrograde and meet somebody new. Relationships that already began, or, you know, dating beforehand, that sort of stuff, they all, don't worry about Mercury retrograde affecting your relationships. Basically, it's more, it's not them I would worry about, it's more your own tongue. But there's certainly, for many Scorpios, love coming in pretty quickly, so seems to be pretty legitimate as well, actually. And for a lot of Scorpios, that is the one. So, lucky Scorpios. I love you. You know, Scorpios just have this bond with other Scorpios that you just can't quite explain. But I will link the extended below. Wish each other a happy birthday in the comment sections. I'll try and wish you guys a happy birthday as much as I can. Have a really wonderful November, Scorpio. I'm excited to do your extended and see what else we have going on and with whom. But until then, take care of yourself. Don't let Mercury retrograde ruin your season. You're so much more than a Mercury retrograde. You've survived many, and it's the last one of the decade. So see it as a chance to evolve, to reflect and evolve, and enjoy the success. It's very well deserved. Bye, Scorpio.